Hello, I'm Dr. Maria Rosa Rengel, Director of Family and Community Engagement in the Office of Equity Affairs. Thank you for allowing me to be here with you so that I could talk to you about engaging with diverse families. In order for us to work with families, we have to develop our cultural competencies. One of the things that we need to know is first know your school demographics. You could ask your school principal to share with you what the school demographics are. That will provide you with enough information to get an idea of who your families are. Also, you might want to check with your ESL teacher about the different countries represented within your school. Be open to developing your knowledge and understanding of different culture groups. Again, talk to your ESL teacher, ask them to share with you a little bit about the culture, the background, their beliefs, or do a little bit of research yourself just to have an idea of the different cultures represented within your school. Be aware of the limited value of stereotyping individuals from certain cultures or ethnicities. For example, we tend to think that all Latinos are Mexicans when they're not. Latinos come from over 21 different Latino countries, and they are very diverse. Also, we have to keep in mind that a lot of the students are U.S. citizens. Maybe their parents are immigrants, but we are starting to see first, second, and third generation Latinos and also immigrants coming to our schools. Treat family members as individuals. Please resist stereotyping based on race, ethnicity, socioeconomic class, or any other characteristic. Listen to parents and respect their contributions or concerns. Make special efforts to establish ongoing rapport. Make an effort to personally contact families regarding any issue with their child's meal. And if you need interpretation or translation services, please reach out to the office and ask for support. Be mindful, however, that families often may be intimidated by school personnel or by the school itself. So if you work with the Office of Interpreting and Translation Services, they will be able to provide you with someone that speaks that language that could be the person to reach out to these families with your concerns as far as any meal concerns that you might have. Realize that for some families, immigration status may be an issue of concern. So they might not come to the school because they are afraid. If that's an issue, please reach out to your ESL teacher and your social worker for assistance. Also, if language is a barrier and no interpreter is available despite your best efforts, keep the meeting to the sharing of general information. If possible, avoid using children as interpreters. Plan for additional sessions to meet the needs for language interpretation by requesting an interpreter ahead of time, or call the Office of Interpretation and Translation Services for assistance. The number is 919-852-3303. Depending on the culture, the level of eye contact, body language, and communication style may differ from what you are familiar with. It is important to not interpret this to mean disinterest or disrespect. Degree of acculturation with mainstream values will change behavior of families from similar cultures and linguistic background. Not all families from the same cultural or linguistic background look or act the same. As they become more acculturated, they are going to start adopting different norms that are very similar to the norms that we have. Again, they are trying to navigate and make sense of what's expected of them. However, we still have to be respectful of the culture, the values, what they bring to the table, because it is important for them to still hold on to who they are, to their identity, to their background, to their culture. Use titles such as Mr., Miss, or Miss when addressing adult family members unless prompt not to do so. Although the use of first name in some cultures may be used as means of establishing a collegial, friendly relationship, in other cultures it can be viewed as disrespectful or overly forward if not formally invited to do so. Direct your comments and responses to both the mother and father. Let the family inform you if there is any preference and who receives information and makes decisions. For some cultures, it will be the husband who is considered to be the head of the household, who will be the one answer to answer your questions or concerns. In other cultures, the mother is in charge of the children, which means they are in charge of the schooling. So it may be that you might address your question to the mother. But again, at, if you're not sure, just direct your comments and responses to both the mother and the father. Respect the family structure even when it's not your own experience and value system. It's not unusual for extended family members to be present, which means that you might have a meeting with you might call a meeting to me with one parent, and then everybody shows. And when I said everybody, is the extended families. Again, don't find that weird or strange or odd. Just acknowledge that in some cultures the extended family member plays a critical role. Provide parents with information about where and how to complete the lunch forms. If they need assistance in completing the form, share the interpretation and translation phone numbers so that they could call them and someone will be able to assist them again to complete the form so that they might qualify for free or reduced breakfast and lunch. Communicate that their children can bring their own lunch and how to package it. It is important for them to know that they could bring a lunchbox, even show them what a lunchbox look like. No glass, please emphasize no glass and explain why. No microwaves, let them know that we do not have microwaves so that they might have an idea of what to send their kids for lunch. And other things that you might have that you might want to share. There are best practices as far as what to package for lunch, things to consider as you engage with Latino families. I would like to share a little bit of Latino families because, as you know, they are the majority minority families in our school system. There are over 25,000 Latino students. Most of the students are in elementary school and growing. We're starting to see a mixture of new immigrant Latinos to first, second, and even third generations of Latinos already coming into our school, which means that your families will be different. The third generation's parents will be more acculturated to the American culture, which means that they might and will speak English and will understand how to navigate the system versus an immigrant Latino parent who just came to the country who still language is a barrier and also they don't understand how to navigate the educational system. So please keep in mind the parent's educational level, respect for authority, the male figure, be formal in interaction with parents. Communicate to parents what the school cafeteria expectations are. Learn about the students' lifestyle, communities, traditions, and cultural practices. Again, you can learn this from your ESL teachers. They will be able to share with you a lot about the cultures and traditions of the Latino community. Or you could also research a little bit about traditions, beliefs, to give you an idea of who these families are. Strive to spell and pronounce names correctly. Please, I understand that sometimes it's hard, but if their name is Jesus, it's not Jesus, it's Jesus. If the name is Angel, it's Angel, it's not Angel. Please ask the students. They will be able to tell you how to pronounce their names and last names, and you could write it phonetically so that you could remember that. Avoid asking if a person speaks Mexican or Puerto Rican. Spanish is Spanish. Use qualifying interpreters. Children should never be asked to act as an interpreter. For interpretation translation services, please contact the Office of Interpretation Translations in Wake County Public Schools. Share bilingual Spanish-English information on how to complete the lunch form. Again, If you need assistance, if parents need assistance completing the lunch form, they can call the Interpretation and Translations Office at 919-852-3303. Use Spanish words you know when comfortable. If you feel comfortable saying hola, please do so. It will break the ice and make the family more comfortable. So here I have a list of words, Spanish words that you can use to break the ice. You will notice that I have the written word in Spanish, well, first of all in English, then in Spanish, and then I am phonetically, I wrote it the way you will say it in English. At first, you will struggle with the word, but the more that you say it, the easier it will become. And of course, the more you practice these phrases, the better you will sound. You will actually sound very native. So, for example, we'll go with number one, hello, hola. The H word in Spanish is silent. So you will say hola, 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 hola. So the more you practice, the better you will sound. Good morning. Buenos días. Buenos días. Buenos días. Buenos días. Good afternoon. Buenas tardes. Buenas tardes. Goodbye. Adiós. See you soon. Nos vemos luego. The menu. El menú. Breakfast. El desayuno. Lunch. El almuerzo. The Z is like a S sound for us. El almuerzo. Fruit. Frutas. Frutas. Vegetables. Verduras. Verduras. Table. Mesa. Mesa. Fork. Tenedor. Tenedor. Spoon. Cuchara. Cuchara. Knife. Cuchillo. Cuchillo. The double L is pronounced like the Y. Cuchillo. Napkin. Servilleta. Servilleta. Tray. Bandeja. 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 Lunch number. Número de almuerzo. Número de almuerzo. To drink. Para tomar. Para tomar. Milk. Leche. Leche. Chocolate milk. Leche de chocolate. Leche de chocolate. Water. Agua. Water. Agua. Lemonade. Limonada. Limonada. Juice. Jugo. Juice. Jugo. Orange. Orange juice. Jugo de naranja. The J is pronounced like an H in English. Jugo de naranja. Apple juice. Jugo de manzana. Manzana. The Z is pronounced like an S. Jugo de manzana. The following are some questions that you might want to memorize. What is your student number? ¿Cuál es tu número de estudiante? ¿Cuál es tu número de estudiante? What is your student ID? ¿Cuál es tu identificación de estudiante? ¿Cuál es tu identificación de estudiante? What is your breakfast number? ¿Cuál es tu número de desayuno? ¿Cuál es tu número de desayuno? What is your lunch number? ¿Cuál es tu número de almuerzo? ¿Cuál es tu número de almuerzo? Do you have money for breakfast? ¿Tienes dinero para el desayuno? ¿Tienes dinero para el desayuno? Do you have lunch money? ¿Tienes dinero para el almuerzo? ¿Tienes dinero para el almuerzo? What would you like? ¿Qué te gustaría? What would you like to eat? ¿Qué te gustaría comer? ¿Qué te gustaría comer? What do you need? ¿Qué necesitas? Can you point to what you would like to eat? ¿Puedes señalar a lo que te gustaría comer? ¿Puedes señalar a lo que te gustaría comer? Thank you. I hope that these phrases and sentences would help you to communicate and make a Latino kid feel just great. Thank you.